All right, what's up guys? This is Tom Burkhardt from Car-Revs Daily in the 2016 Hyundai Veloster Rally. This is one of the most surprisingly excellent cars I've tested in a while. I'm really excited to show you guys what it can do. So, what is the Veloster Rally? So the Veloster Rally is the new top spec limited edition model based on the Turbo R spec. So this is the absolute top of the Veloster range, and this Rally edition is one of just 1,200 units that we made for 2016, and has fantastic matte paint finish, special raised alloy wheels in black, retuned suspension handling, shocks, dampers, springs, and roll bar in back, and as well as a special body kit outside with some carbon fiber look accents, and a few interior details like turbo lettering on these sports seats, and custom floor mats and blue stitched elements throughout the cabin. So Veloster Rally sounds kind of silly. In reality, is actually super silly. It's really a fun car. First things that I love when you get in are the deep burble on the intake sound. It really reminds me of my old Subaru Legacy 2.5 GT, which was from 05, and I had a big giant cone air intake on it, and a little bunch of stuff like that. And this car really reminds me of it in the best way, in how deep the intake roar is, and also that you get a little bit of turbo whoosh coming out on acceleration right here. We'll roll on the window. So we're in second gear. It's hard to capture it on video, but when you're driving around, this car is a very prominent turbo sound, and is all the better for it. The 1.6 liter twin scroll turbocharged engine in this Veloster Rally makes 201 horsepower and 195 foot-pounds of torque, which comes on right away. I mean, it really has power to spare. It's a fun and quick car. I'd ballpark like a 6.5 second, maybe 6.8 second sprint to 60 miles an hour with this stick shift. And the other big news for the Veloster in 2016 is that the Veloster Turbo is available with the dual clutch automatic transmission. So that is a phenomenal 7-speed DCT that was previously seen in like the Sonata Eco, but that's not a put down. I mean, the car in the Sonata Eco makes the Sonata like one of the sportiest ones in the range, even versus its turbo sibling. So gotta grab that paper somehow. Gotta get that paper. Anyway, this engine is so good, and it's really good with the DCT, I promise you. But with the stick, you have a lot more control and the ability to really drive it like a hothead should be driven. So this is just a really fun car. Looks awesome, is extremely comfortable, is unlike anything anyone's ever seen before. Of course, you know the Veloster has like the practicality of a wagon with an enormous trunk, fold down seats, and a 3-door layout. So there's just one door on my side like a coupe, but on the passenger side there are 2 proper doors. The back one with its door handle hidden in the D-pillar there. So it's very discreet, very coupe and sporty like, but it also has, you know, that practicality that you will appreciate every day, you know, when you're dropping people off or people are throwing their backpacks or shopping in there. I mean, that's just really handy to have, in addition to the cool factor of you know, that no one's ever seen a vehicle like this before in their life. So, but those aren't even the best parts. So the Veloster is quick, really cool, and for the first time in 2016, it handles exceptionally well. The steering is firmer. There's great feel from the helm, and also good feedback from the 3 pedals here. We've got some alloy covers on the pedals for sportiness. The 6-speed manual is also special for the Rally Edition, and comes with, I'm not sure the racing company's name, but comes with a special shift knob and special racing linkage, which is of course beneficial. Who wouldn't want that? It's really, the Rally Edition really just loads on all this awesome stuff and is still super affordable. So Let's talk about like why it handles so well, and then we'll talk about the pricing for the car. Well, we can get the pricing out of the way right away. There are no options, and the Rally Edition comes in at $23,950, and then has like an $800 delivery charge, taking the as-tested price to $24,775, which is firmly in Fiesta ST territory, and at the bottom of the Nissan Juke Nismo range. Very, very competitive with the Honda Civic Si, coupe and sedan. So that is the pricing, and it feels like an awesome loss leader, like the best kind of vehicle to get for the best bang for your buck. I mean, you're getting the benefit of thousands of hours on the Nürburgring from Hyundai's new test center in Germany, where they worked their tails off, making sure that this Veloster Rally and the Veloster R-Spec and the Veloster Turbo, I mean, all of them, they really reworked the handling and the suspension tuning for all of the entire range. And they did a really good job. It drives great. It's got really firm brakes, really good traction in the front. This is not passing. They just repaved this road. Really, really good traction. There's no limited slip diff in this Veloster, but as a result, you have like an amazingly pure rack that is somehow able to put down a lot of power. But doesn't suffer from torque steer and sort of like rut sniffing. You know, like a lot of the Subarus, like when you go over ruts, the wheel will follow those ruts in the road, which is kind of off-putting. Something that definitely afflicts the Fiesta ST and the Focus ST, and is not present on this Veloster Rally. Extremely impressive tuning all around. The turn-in on the steering feels quick and ready to play. It's really just a really fun, cool car. And a loss leader in terms of the fact that they put all this special effort and equipment into the vehicle, and that doesn't show up on the price at all. I mean, those raised alloy wheels, body kit, all the new suspension and handling tweaks. I mean, all that stuff is just, you benefit from that, but you really don't have to shell out money for that. And that's all in addition to the incredible matte blue paint finish, which is so cool and looks so custom and expensive, but it's not. And it is actual paint. It's not a wrap, so it's not going to come off. And it's just as durable. Oh my god, that's a big bump. It's just as durable as regular paint. It really has like no downsides except looking really, really cool. You know, baby boomers hate it. They think it looks like it's been left out in the sun for a long time, which is, you know, the best compliment you could possibly have for a really cool and sporty kids car. Kids sport. So see what I mean? Like, it really hooks up. There's no tramp or any kind of harshness. It really is just sort of a pure and very grippy front end. It really is very, very fun. And the Veloster has a torsion beam rear end, which a lot of people have sort of like poo-pooed versus independent rear suspensions. But when tuned right, a torsion beam rear end can be phenomenally playful and actually helps make a tight front end become even pointier and even sharper. It really just lets you have ultimate control and even a level of sort of tail out passive oversteer in the back. So, I mean, those are all really good things. This car is extremely fun. Veloster Rally Edition, love it. So, other tweaks for the 2016. Okay, so let's talk transmissions for a second. So we've got the 6-speed manual transmission or a DCT available for 2016 on the Veloster Turbo, and they're both really, really good. But I would vote for the stick. I mean, the stick is just really fun, and it has a really broad set of gear ratios. So you hear that intake? It's like, you got a twin central mounted exhaust and back. It really is just like a super cool car. But the stick seems really good. Unlike sort of the Fiesta ST or even the WRX, where the stick shift has just really short gears. I mean, even in the top gear in some of those cars, you're pulling like 4,000 RPM on the highway, which is really irritating as well as inefficient. So this Veloster doesn't suffer from that. It has a short first gear, but at the top end, it's a really nice cruising 6th gear. Lets the engine calm down and really It can pull in that gear, but it definitely is like is an overdrive style 6-speed. So that's really nice and has no downside. Particularly versus the Juke front drive manual, which is like one of the shortest geared vehicles I've ever driven, and also has like a teeny fuel tank. So it has short gears and needs gas like every 200 miles, whereas the Veloster doesn't. It's just a genuinely fun and playful car. I'm a huge fan. The Veloster, other tweaks for 2016 on the standard Velosters, which have a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, you have some like color tweaks, and the grille is now black versus like its bright finish before. Not quite as cool as like the charcoal gray that we have on this Rally Edition, but overall, they've always looked really good. What they needed to work on was outright pace in the sprints, and then really handling finesse. And they've done it. They've done a great job. Go drive this car before you buy a Focus, Golf, or Juke. I mean, the Veloster is definitely in the same competitive set, and it's definitely one of the top 3, I would say. In terms of its like funky appeal, design, and practicality, it even is better than the Fiesta ST, and really for me as a competitor for like the Subaru BRZ and Scion FRS, maybe Scion TC, but much cooler, much more fun to drive, quicker, more stylish, looks more expensive. Really just an awesome car. All right, we'll see you guys later. This is Tom Burkhardt for Car Revs Daily in the 2016 Veloster Rally.